Hello, welcome to the Lolpog League. Season 1 slowly starts to come to an end. More and more matches have already been played. Today we're playing two next of them. First, Division 4 PIW versus Marts, and then Division 1 Tugi versus Team. Hello PIW, hello Marts. PIW vs Mars, Division 4. PIW fighting for the first place to 6 points out of 6 points possible. Wants to keep the good record. Mars 3 points out of 2 matches, already safe from finishing up in the last place, but surely would like to go higher and higher. Maybe overtake Tony, maybe overtake AW as well, maybe even overcome Trisky. This would be very difficult given Trisky's recent form. But today will be the third to the last match of Division 4. I see Marts has installed the ROM, has SPS, that's great. Here we have PIW and Marts. The average losing scores and average losing lines aren't so great. The stats aren't that great at all, but I'm sure we can expect to see better and better performances. PIW having a lot of suffer games for the last matches. High score only 427 despite winning both of them. Marts have played some full games, but not enough to get more points than the ones winning with Richard Wolf. I can see both players are already live. So let's bring them to the screen. Here we have them. Let's draw the seed. Here it is. It's gonna be 5, 5, 8, 6, 5, 8. Marts is already ready. And PIW is ready. That means the level is 18 all the way. Only 18. Let's start the match. The first game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Is bot down once again? Well, now it works. What is that? Broken the bot. prepare them. Need to break it again. They started. Nothing serious, nothing interestingly happening. AW with an early lead of less than one Tetris. Still very, very early days. PAW now had to clean a few lines, but Mars wasn't able to benefit from that match. Finally gets the Tetris. The scores are relatively low, but players are playing very safe. That's the most important thing. Staying alive, not letting any top outs, early top outs, get into the game. This, well, for Mars couldn't really end up so great. Has to burn a few lines. Was quite unlucky not to get a number for so low. Once it didn't arrive, it was obvious that would be quite some burning, and PAW took the opportunity, now back in the lead by over one Tetris. This is quite an unlucky sequence for Mars, really. Can't get anything to go for that well. Finally decides to go back to the right, the normal, regular stacking, and is 50k behind at this point. The same line count. That's a very nice game, like, the players know they can't go for too much, so they aren't trying to go for too much, just trying to take the most of what they actually can do. This will surely give much better results in the long run than just forcing, popping out here and there. Mars fallen into quite some trouble board-wise. This will be tricky to open, most likely we'll have to go for this one off the ground quite some time. This double is also quite unlucky. There's no setup. It was impossible to set up in a clean way. Sport will require some further burning. PAW maintains the lead, but now in quite some trouble himself. Needs something to the left pretty quickly. This wasn't a good burn. Now getting very, very high and hangs a piece on the left. PAW is going to top out. Mars, in order to take the game, you need to score one more Tetris. You need to get to 322,000 points. 10 more thousand will do. Line out will be enough as well. Is set up for the Tetris and gets the Tetris, taking the first game of the match. Hello, Gio. Alright, we'll do the classic speed drill. So the first 2 digits go up. And as soon as you are ready, we can start the next game. Hello, Maria Martha. The first 2 digits. So now it's going to be 668658. Gio, now that you are in the chat, maybe you would join the league the next season. One of the main tournaments. They are ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You can also register to the Lolpo Cup 2024 already. The next season will be starting after CWC DAS 2023, so most likely it will be mid-September, most likely, around about that time. Mart's in a lot of trouble. This will be difficult to survive, I'm afraid. Needs something to the left, gets the L, puts it there. Still needs a lot of help. That's gonna be it for Mars. Mars stops out and PAW takes the game. Less than 10,000 points on Mars' account. This one. Where Aritapo that is? Mars is ready. Hello, Avrix Twitch. And PAW is ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And Gio, I don't know if you have already heard, but Lolpo Cup 2024 has already been announced, and you can already sign up for it. The registration is open. Everything is on the Discord server. This time it's PAW who is in quite a lot of trouble. Would be able to open everything up. Didn't decide to go for this aggressive on the left, and this might quite backfire, but the pieces he got absolutely great. Gets the Tetris. Very nicely done. Yes, there will be a qual, but the qualifications for the Lolpo Cup will be very similar to the one we had this year. They will be in January 2024. Once again, a few showcases where everyone will qualify. And if it somehow turns out for one to be impossible to go into one of the showcases, regular qual will be available as the last result. PAW is leading by about 1.5 Tetrises, maybe even like closer to 2, considering the line counts. And we have another very chill game. None of the players wants to fall into significant trouble. We already saw both of them topping out in the first 2 games. Clearly don't wanna make it happen once again. That was quite an unlucky sequence for Mars. Has to go for this one of the ground for a moment now, I believe. Now decides to go back the very bottom again. Maybe now. Still doesn't stop for Tetris. What is Mars doing? Couldn't really decide for any of the options. Went for something in between and it didn't really work out. Now this board is quite difficult-ish. Finally gets the pieces to open up, but PIW is getting away with the lead and Mars in a lot of trouble now. PIW 100k ahead. Mars is on the verge of topping out nearly. It's survivable, but will be very, very hard. And here it is. Mars tops out once again. And PIW takes the game already. And they are ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. A messy start for both. Much worse for PIW, who will now have to work around this board and this hole he has in the middle of the stack might be pretty demanding. I don't think it will be possible to open it at once. Realistically, this misdrop also complicates things. Number will help, but some further help is needed as well. Mars starts with a lead, currently about 2 Tetris lead, and PIW clean and cleaning, can't really get out of it. Now this will be a decent chance, and this J will help massively. PIW will be clean. What the damage is? The damage is just 1 Tetris after this Tetris of PIW's. Mars wasn't really able to take the opportunity and now in a lot of trouble himself. This is looking very, very bad for Mars. Is there anything he can do? No, he can't. The score is not there yet on PIW's side, but with this Tetris, here it is. PIW takes the game and now leads 3-1. Mars is ready and PIW is ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Another quite messy start for PIW, that is. Had to burn quite a few lines, but got out of it pretty nicely. And Mars going kinda high, gets the lumbar. Is Mars starting to play a bit more aggressive? Maybe. So far, all the games were early top outs. So, putting yet more pressure on your opponent might be both a very good and a very bad idea. It comes down to how good you can control your game, and so far PAW is the one doing much better, leading 3-1 in this game, behind by about half a Tetris, but ready for the Tetris while Mars isn't. Now Mars is, but one of the ground. Once again, this is far from perfect of the board. Had a good chance to go back to the very bottom, decided not to this time. Now he will be back down fully, I should say. Here he is, and behind by about half a Tetris. Another low scoring start for both, that is. But then again, the most important thing is that they are alive. PAW going quite up high. It's a good piece to the left and is not getting it. That's a misdrop. Didn't have dust to go for the left, and here it is. PAW tops out, and Martz takes the game. The first step towards bringing the match up to even terms has been done. It's 3-2 now. They are ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Another pretty safe-ish start. Martz yet to score the first Tetris after 12 lines. PAW already with 3. Very nice start for him, that is. Starting with quite some lead. Mars is getting quite up high against the Umbra. That will cause the end of the trouble. But now we'll have to burn quite a few lines. This should be an easy opening. Yeah, and it is. Here it is. Mars ready for the Tetris and gets it, making his score only down by 1 Tetris at this very point. Will we be able to witness at least one double level 19 game today? They are surely capable of it. All depends on how safe they play, really. In this game, they are playing very safely and very cleanly. PAW is back to 2 Tetris lead. And set up for another one, gets it. This brings him to 3 Tetris up. Mars getting pretty aggressively. That's a dependency which was completely out of control. We'll have to burn a few lines here as well, but this number will help a lot. Bring the dependency and back to clean terms. Mars is. That was a triple, pretty interesting, very safe move. Maybe he saw PAW fell into a few lines long dig, which he is already out of. Mars just really doesn't want to top out, you can feel it. Trying to play very safe, very careful. Now down by 30,000 points. After this Tetris, that's 50,000 points. The same line count. So PAW with a quite little but very solid true lead. In a situation like this, when the players are not expected to play much of 19, getting this 2 Tetris advantage at the transition is usually game winning. Even 1 and a bit would be enough. That's why Mars will most likely try to go for it at this point, but that board is not looking great by any means. A few unlucky pieces, a few missed decisions, and suddenly is in massive trouble, and I don't think there's any way he can survive it. Mars tops out, and PAW already takes the game. I hope PAW will play this one out, because it looks like a mid 500k transition possible. With a bit of 19, this can even be 600k. Four more Tetris is possible on 18. Now we are back to down to 3. Well, those are some unlucky pieces. Finally, anything to open things up. The next Tetris will basically mean 500k transition, but misdrops once again. Is it a day not to get 500k? It's running out of lines. This will be very difficult to survive. This will be just top out. But the game is on PAW's account, now with his 1 point from the match, and has 2 chances to take all the 3. Mars is ready. And PAW is ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Mars is now in a situation where pretty much needs to win every single game. PAW can afford losing 1, but wouldn't like to. Yeah, we're kind of a state of the match that everybody wants to win every single game. It's not like the very early games when you can afford losing 1 or even 2. Now once your opponent has 2, you wanna win every single one, pretty much. And Mars falls into quite some trouble. That O was very bad. The worst possible timing for that O, really. He's managing it well. but no openings yet. Waiting for the opening still. There's no opening, he's getting only higher and higher. That's quite some trouble. This long will take a lot of time. And this is a very serious hang. Needs another number right now. This will be it for Martz. Martz tops out. And PAW takes the game and the match. Here we have it. Let me show you the match stats. Not stunning, but I believe much better than the ones the players had in their previous matches. Oh, that's great. Thanks. Martz, unfortunately, with quite too many early top-outs. I will be able to show you the updated league table in just about a minute. And here we have the league standings after this match. PAW is at the first place in Division 4 with all the 9 points out of the three matches he already played. Just behind him is Trisky with 6 points out of 2 matches. Then Tony on the 3rd place, and Tony in a quite difficult situation, can be either the 3rd or the 4th, I believe, or maybe still possible to get to the 2nd spot. Oh no, he lost to Trisky, but then won with Martz. Yeah, Tony seems to be nearly guaranteed the third place. Mart's yet to play with Triskai. This will be a very, very difficult match for Mart's though. Triskai looking very, very strong. And if Triskai wins that match, it will all come down to PIW versus Triskai match for winning the division. That was the first match of today's, but we have another one to play. That will be Division 1, Tugi versus Tim. Tugi trying to win the division. If he gets 6 points out of the 2 remaining matches he has to play, this will be enough to win regardless
Hello,
of the other results. Hello?
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
That's great. That's great. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm here to help you with the commentary of this big Division 1 match. Very important match for Tugi in terms of the whole Division 1 standings, because Jesper is keeping a good pace, and yeah, if Tugi wins with 3 or 2 points, he will either have 1 point advantage over Jesper or the same number of points, and going into the last round, Jesper has to play Team and Tugi has to play Merke, so opponents wise, advantage Jesper, I would say, but we saw Tugi in a very, very consistent form in those 3 first matches. So anything can happen, but those 2 are great favorites to win the whole thing. The players who also have theoretical chances to win the whole Division 1 are Merke and Adam, who are to play their matches. Yet Merke is in the most difficult situation opponents-wise. He has to place Adam and Tugi. Very tough opponents for the Finnish player, and Adam has to play Sidnev, who is already guaranteed relegation to Division 2 next season, and then also Merke.
If not lower.
If not lower, because Sidnev's elo is very low right now, and 1 more match to play. So if Sidnev doesn't win this match, the elo rating will drop even lower. So yeah.
Well, it still should be just enough for Division 2. But surely won't be one of the top seeds. But Sidnev can still win with me. This would make the rating much higher, back again. Basically guaranteeing Division 2. But the thing is that both Jesper and Tugi are yet to play team. So if Tugi, if they both win with 3 points, then the situation will be that Jesper will have 12 points, Tugi will have 10 points, but Tugi will be yet to play Merke, and then getting the remaining 3 points from Merke will be just enough to go over Jesper by 1 point. And what was the exact score of their match? Tugi versus Jesper. Tugi versus Jesper was won by Tugi in the decider. So that means that Tugi doesn't even need all the 6 points. 5 will be enough.
Yes, 5 points would be enough for Tugi, considering this direct encounter. So Tugi needs to win 2 matches, and one can be won in the decider. This we can put it in these words.
Yes, and
Mhm.
of course, if it's still possible that Team 1 wins one of those matches, then we have some potential crazy scenarios, like Mörke suddenly getting up to 12 points and Jesper finishing up with like 10 or 11. Even if technically it's still possible that I go to the second spot if I win the remaining 2 matches. Winning not so realistic anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not going up to second place. Tim can
And-
go up massively if he wins
Yeah,
the remaining
I
2
wanted
matches.
to I wanted to say that the team has theoretical chances to win this division if he wins with 3 points against Tugi and Jesper, and then he has to hope for some
Very
for
particular results.
yeah, but then he will have a direct encounter in +4 versus Tugi and Jesper. So in this case, he could finish the division with the same number of points, but the direct encounter would be in his favor. So yeah, theoretically, team has chances to win the division, but yeah, he has to do some miracles and also hope for some miracle results in other matches. This is how it looks. Mhm.
After today's match, we will know much more. We know quite a lot about Division 3 already.
What do we know about Division 3?
That Cidacz is a strong favorite to win whatsoever. Just getting 2 points out of that match will be enough. Just getting 1 point if Ice Blade doesn't pop out with some massive scoring will also be enough. In Division 2, Rurchak is very, very strong, winning the whole thing. Maybe even with 14 out of 15 possible points, win all the matches and just one decider. Division 4.
Sorry, Adam, but in Division 3, there is a 5-player division, so 4 matches, 12 points maximum possible, so 11 for Cidacz. This is the most he can get this season.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes, that's true, sorry. And in Division 4, it really looks like it will all come down to you versus Trisky match. It will come down to it anyway, it looks like.
Yeah, but because the result of the Trisky versus Marts doesn't matter right now. Even if Marts win with 3 points, then if Trisky wins versus me with 3 points, then direct encounter will be decisive. So the results of Trisky versus Marts doesn't matter in terms of my direct encounter versus Trisky.
Alright, I guess we...
I already informed Tugi and team that they can start earlier if they want.
I guess we don't have Tugi and Tim yet, so let's go for like... Sorry, that's not the thing. Here I have. For like 10 minutes, 12 minute break? How many minutes?
Yeah, let's go for 11.
Alright, let's
11.
go for 11 minutes break. We'll be back in 11 minutes. We are back from the break.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are, and waiting for our players. There are five more minutes to go, and yeah, as we had the break, I looked at the statistics, and it looks pretty crashing. With Tugi 3 times more points scored than team. Total lines also 3 times more, but we have to take in consideration that team no-showed for one match, so his statistics are effectively from 2 matches. So even if we multiplied his statistics by 1.5, it'd still be like Tugi scored 2 times more points and 2 times more lines. So yeah, it shows something, but don't forget that Tugi's 2 matches finished in the decider, and he had to play full distance 9 games in 2 matches. So this is also a factor. But what's really in Tugi's favor are those statistics from average losing lines and score. 443, 128, team 325, 108. This shows that Tugi is a very, very consistent player, and in terms of his best games, also 150,000 points advantage for Tugi, 698 versus 543, and Tugi with 263 lines in one of his games. And we have Tim in the chat. Hello, Tim. Welcome.
Hello. Well, you are already granted not to finish up last. That means you will get at least $6.90 from the prize pool.
But theoretically speaking, Tim, you are not out of winning the division. Some miracles have to happen. The first of them is winning in Tugi for 3 points, so 5-3, 5-2, 5-1 or 5-0. Then winning versus Jesper and hoping for some favorable results in the other matches. So still some chances for you. More realistically is to finish in top 3. This is possible for you if you win 2 matches. So yeah, it's the time. It's also worth fighting for it, because going for 2 losses, okay, you are not guaranteed as a 6th player to drop to the 2nd division, but you will lose some ELO rating, and as we know, 2 places in Division 1 will be determined by ELO. So it's still something to fight for if you want to play in the Division 1. Top 3 places are guaranteed to stay in Division 1, so why not to play for them? Yeah, and there is also Macherino, and we have $69 in the prize pool. You have a link in the chat if you want to expand the prize pool. Click on the link and then you know what to do. Yeah, Tugi versus Team, very important match for Tugi. Tugi needs to win this match. He could technically lose this match 4-5, gaining 1 point and being only 1 point behind Jesper, and still have some chances for winning the division, but I wouldn't recommend doing this, because Tugi has to play Mörke in his last match and Jesper has to play Team. So as we mentioned before the break, advantage Jesper in this matter. But yeah, anything can happen, and Tugi has had only great matches so far. No weekdays. Maybe it comes today, maybe not. Let's see. But sooner or later, a weaker day has to come. But when weaker day comes, when your opponent is not in the best shape, you still can win. So yeah, everything can happen. I'm hoping for some great Tetris action. And what about the players, Adam? Are they live?
I see Tugi is live, And I see Tim isn't live. I believe
So-
he isn't live. Let me check once again, just in case, refresh everything. I'm getting some ads. The guy in the ad doesn't look like Tugi at all. Too short.
The team was in the chat a few minutes ago, so team, if you could please go live so that we can start your match versus Tugi. And Tugi team, the most important question of the day. No, I'm kidding. But I would like to know if you wanna play a SPS match. I think we all would like to know it. Tugi is up for SPS. Let's wait for a response from Tim.
Tim has just disappeared, I guess.
Tim, please don't disappear. I don't want to put timer on you once again. Okay, Tim is in the chat. That's nice to hear and wants to play SPS.
Well, maybe I put something wrong. Oh, this is Tim's Twitch. It's correct. Why isn't Tim live?
Tim, can you go live, please?
Maybe that's some technical issues.
It would be nice if Tim informed us if something wrong is going on.
Oh, we love technical issues. It's the best thing ever, isn't it?
Yeah, we had like console issues with Iceblade recently. I wonder what happens on Tim's side. Tim is live. Please refresh him.
Are you live at 666_Tim? Or some different channel, maybe?
Yeah, on 666_Tim, I can't see him.
This is the Twitch Tim is to be streaming on, right? To be streaming to-
666
Yes.
666_Tim. I don't know about any other
Yeah,
account.
this one I have
Tim
right
could
for sure.
possibly have.
Don't know. What is the potential problem?
Tim, can you please answer our questions?
Maybe let's start with like an easier question. Like,
He says he's live, but I can't see him live.
me neither. Tim, you are not live on 666_Tim. Maybe it says you are, but you aren't. It's not in a way that we could see you.
Maybe Tugi can see him. I don't know. Tugi, can you see Tim live on Twitch?
Well, I just checked, like, directly Twitch. Tim is just not streaming. At least Twitch says that.
Immediately mentions Tugi. Maybe OBS light. Oh my god.
He is live now! What is that?
Oh, that's great.
Maybe you are 3 minutes into the future compared to your stream. No. Well, it's like... Well...
Adam, let's better roll the seed for the players.
Well, I mean... I know Tugi is Scandinavian, but it's not Sweden. It's Estonia. It's a different thing. Yeah, let's roll the seed.
D04C38 is the seed for your match. And Tugi says good luck, have fun, and is already ready for the match.
And now we should put in this famous screen one eternity later. Hello, Merka.
Hello, Merka, welcome. Yeah, Merka came to the stream. It is also a very important match for his chances to win this division.
Well, it looks like everybody in the league is to be rooting for him in this match.
Except from Tugi. And I think for Sidnef it does not really matter.
Ready.
And
The match starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tugi has a
good
very
luck, have fun.
easy task, just winning 9 games in his remaining 2 matches.
Very easy. Piece of cake.
This is not a good
Oh.
start for any of the players. What's happened to Tim? Tim has really not had any decent warm-up. That was a tragic start. This looks like at least like 15 lines of burning if the pieces are nice. Tugi gets a very great head start.
Yeah.
That's a very difficult board in many ways for Tim. It's like you just cannot open it all at once. You have to work around quite some time, and there's not even a realistic way of setting up any dirty Tetrises. Just needs to go to the bottom, really. It's not getting the pieces still. Goes for one here. It's interesting. Finally gets the
gets
low
it.
bar. Not so much damage done, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like 2.5 Tetrises. Given how horrible the board was, it's still pretty okay-ish.
Yeah, now his board seems to be under control. And we have 123 for Tugi, 66 for team, so 3 Tetrises lead for Tugi right now. So let's see how the game develops. Very fortunate series of events for team that he's not that much behind right now. It could have been worse after this terrible start, but he's playing. He's doing his best. His board is ready for Tetris. He's waiting for the long bar. Both players are waiting for the long bar. The long bar doesn't want to show up.
Tugi's board is pretty difficult for that. Yes, number at the very right moment.
There is a massive drought, Adam. There's a very massive... But team gets the long bar. Yeah, there's a massive drought, but this means Tugi is 80k ahead, so about 4 Tetrises. So in this last 30 lines or so, Tugi was able to extend his lead a little bit.
100k now. Very strong.
Yeah, but
it's a really great pace in itself.
Mm-hmm. Another one for Tugi. We are used to it in this season. Yeah, if Tugi does not fall for any troubles on 18, then team will be required to play some Miracle 19 game. We have still 50 lines to go on 18. So yeah, let's see how it goes. $347 Tugi, 266 team, so about 80k lead. So still about, yeah, more or less 4 Tetrises advantage for our Austrian or maybe Estonian player, who knows. Okay, but now both players trying to be as efficient as they can. Still about 4 Tetrises lead for Tugi. And we are about 30 lines to transition to level 19. Now players are in the same sequence of RNG. $443 Tugi, 365 team, and about 15 lines to transition. Yes,
This
so it
is
looks like...
a very bad timing for this set burst for Tugi. It's getting close to the transition, but he is already guaranteed the lead at the transition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he would like to make it one Tetris greater, but I'm not sure if there will be a good occasion for that. Yeah, he just burns. Will he go? No,
team
just
transitions
takes the
with 460 and team Tugi with 500, so 2 Tetrises behind for team transition wise, but his board is requiring long bar, or is it dead for him? I suppose it won't be able to survive it. Yeah, 138 lines, 465, 800. So Tugi is good for game 1. Tugi leads 1-0.
That was a very wise thing he did at the transition, not trying to force this last Tetris. There's no necessarily good setup for it. That's a good setup for a Tetris though. Doesn't take the single. Make things difficult. Not cutting the number, quite unlucky. Well, yeah, it would be quite difficult to start a game worse than this case. But still, Black Cat would have topped out. He didn't. Tugi is ready. Are you talking about Tugi? Team is ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Can team have a better start right now? Looks like he can. And he's gotten Tetris. That's a nice start. Both players forced to burn few lines, but Tugi got out of it quicker than Team. Team is now forced to...
That's a very bad board again. It's a
Mhm.
really bad board. What was that? Oh well.
Why didn't it go to the right?
I have no idea, but this must have been lost dance. And what's happening to Tugi now?
I didn't pay that much attention because my eyes were focused on Team's board, and now both players are in a lot of trouble, I would say.
Tugi misroofs again. It's
Mhm.
board under control, but Team is on the verge of topping out, really. Gets the perfect pieces, miraculous pieces. It will survive it thanks to that, most likely. Not so sure now. Gets the quick tap. Wasn't clean. But is back to relative safety.
And
Tugi
both
will be
players
the
should
first
agreed.
to open up. Tugi gets the Tetris. Now they're both clean,
And-
but Tugi with 60k lead.
Both players are around 60 lines. Team with 131 at 60 lines, and Tugi with 166 at 59 lines. So, yeah, advantage Tugi at this stage of the game. And Team is fighting to fix his board. Okay, he's doing well, but his left side still requires some work. But he's doing it. Yeah, but meanwhile, 181 for Team, 236 for Tugi, so about 50k lead. So little more than 2 Tetris's lead for Tugi right now. And Team keeps struggling with his left side. Every time has to wait for some pieces to fill in the left, but now it looks better. And Tugi and Team, not the best pace in the world, but yeah, they're both alive and they're both fighting. It does not matter what is your score at the end of the game. What matters is that you have more points than your opponent. This is how you win games in Tetris match.
The fact that Tugi is now playing one of the ground and kind of refuses to go back down, that's very aggressive. That was very aggressive by Tugi. Didn't work out. That's some opening for Team actually. Now he's within one Tetris and plays at the very bottom. Tugi will kind of have to go back to the very bottom before the transition. Now he's burning. That he tried to force the opening of the...
And we have the same score, so Team catch up with the score. Now Team has some difficulties in his tag, but he's doing great. Yes, so it looks okay, but at this line count, Tugi has one real Tetris lead, but board advantage Team at this stage of a game.
Tugi will just focus on surviving at this point.
When
we
Team
shall
has
see if he goes for this last Tetris. It looks like he does go for it. The setup wasn't so good necessarily. Just burns
Team
into transition.
447. The Tugi with 430, so advantage Team in transition. So let's see who can stay alive longer.
The lead is less than one Tetris though.
Yeah, and Team's board was not looking great for a moment, but now it looks like he knows what to do in order to survive. 460 Team, 442 Tugi, so still advantage for the British player. And now Team is going a little bit crazier, but decided to burn, not forcing those Tetrises.
They are both clean, relatively clean at least.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be a top out for Team. There's no way out of it, but what will be the score? Tugi, in order to win the game, you need to get to 476,000 points. 476,000 points is the score to get. He needs send to the left. A quick tap will help. He doesn't go for the quick tap. This is a chance, but Miss drops that J, and that is gonna be it. Team takes the game.
Yeah, so those about 20,000 points advantage going into transition were enough to hold the game, and we have 1-1.
It's like... it wasn't even like a good chance to get the quick tap. That was quite unlucky in this way. Get such a misdrop in such a moment. Not giving yourself a chance beforehand. And they are ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's not so bad for Tugi though. He will surely consider it a kind of suffer game, which it was.
Yeah, I would like to respond to Tim. Yes, if you topped out the transition, Tugi would have won, but you had enough points advantage, and those lines you were able to clear on 19 helped you to win the game. So this is what I meant. Don't forget that English is my first language, and sometimes I'm not so, capable of articulate what I'm actually thinking. But yeah, I hope this clarifies the situation.
Tugi with a very unlikely misdrop in the middle of the board, as if the piece just didn't move. Ready out of it, no damage done. Well, it's...
Oh, and what is Tim doing? Okay, it should be fine.
It all feels like both of the players are not playing their A game yet. They are like struggling and trying very, very hard in the big game and playing the big game very good, but far away from their bests. And I'm sure within the next possible 7 games we shall see them playing much better. It's always interesting to see the best players struggling like this, struggling all together kind of. Pieces just don't come. That's another situation like this for Tugi.
Hmm?
Wasn't anything wrong, just a few pieces that didn't suit the board, and that's it. A few lines need to be burned, and Tim kind of took the chance. Was up by one Tetris for a moment, but now in quite some digging himself. As for this dependency, he didn't have to go for this dependency. This is very
It's
risky.
pretty risky. Mm-hmm.
What's an aggressive move? That was intentional, making this dirty dependency, whatever you want to call it, 7 high, and he will be out of it, just one Tetris behind. That's some exceptional efficiency. Tugi 274 at 68 lines. Team 254 at 70 lines. Now with this Tetris, advantage Tugi, but not one that you'd feel anywhat safe with. What
And
is
Tim is
Tugi Tim
playing
doing?
risky once again.
It's like all the time you see him play good, play like very solid altogether.
Oh,
Then
and
all
his
of a
left side
sudden,
is not looking good.
there is such a placement out of nowhere which messes everything up. This is a very difficult situation. He will survive it, or at least really should. But it's gonna take quite some time. And Tugi, Tetris ready, gets the Tetris. Now the lead is up to over 80,000 points. He's
Tim
looking
still
very good in
fighting
this
with
game.
his board. And gets a dirty Tetris.
That was once again something crazy. He had the Lombard before, would have just burned with it, decided to go for it. Pretty lucky to get the Lombard so quickly. Tugi reaches 102 lines with almost 400k. Team at 103 at 340. This is a nice lead transition giving advantage for Tugi at this point, but it needs to bring it there still. Both players are entering the same drought. Both get the Tetrises. Team once again goes for some crazy stuff. One more Tetris and Tugi will be granted the lead at the transition. Team's board is looking very difficult at this point. He needs to go for this line spin, doesn't go for this line spin, and this might turn out fatal. The right is so high, there's no space on the left. This will be very difficult to survive. Needs a lot of help now. A quick tap on the Lombard is needed at this point. That's gonna be it. Tim completely missed that line spin. This should have saved him, I believe.
Yeah, and we have 2-1 for Tugi in this game. Let's see how far Tugi can go. Yeah, I think that's my impression. Might be wrong, but I have a feeling that Tim is trying too hard, and then he's risking one more piece, and then instead of taking 2-3 schemes, he's forced to burn for like 10-15 lines. So in the long term, he is not able to gain on it. But 162 lines for Tugi, 62 to 60 final score. So yeah, this is 2-1 for Tugi. Let's wait for game number 4 countdown.
And they are ready. Next game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Have I just broken the bot once again?
You're supposed to end it, Adam.
Let me try once again. Do you understand anything of that?
No.
The bot hates me. They started. Look, he's looking very strong. For him, it's one of these matches that whatever you do, nothing works. Kind of lucky not to be 3-0 up, 3-0 down. He had the chase down. The game he lost, missed it. Both players can be very happy with the score, in a way. Tugi is happy he's up 2-1. Tim is happy he's down only 2-1. Both players with some trouble on their boards. Tim in much more difficult situation. This double or triple. What is this? Oh, spam! That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that was so difficult. But it looks like Tim will be able to survive it.
It was very fortunate he got such pieces just after it. It was way worse. So unfair to get some bad pieces after that as well. Nevertheless, now he is 2 Tetrises behind, but also 10 lines behind.
Yeah, the game of Tetris is unforgiving.
Well,
Sometimes
usually it
it's
forgives you a lot.
But sometimes you get a sequence that
Tim in a lot of trouble. This is
difficult
basically
to
the
survive.
verge of topping out at this point. Tim just tops out once again. Oh no. Tugi takes the game. He's in 3-1. Nothing works for Tim. This game will be... It feels like this game will be his last chance to do any damage in this match. Just one, like, 500k hoping this will be enough. Anything. They are ready. Nazim starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
So let's see how it goes.
Tugi dominating completely so far. What much Tim can do with that.
But what can Tim change his game today? Is there anything he can do better?
Well, the first thing is just not topping out. If you top out the way you play so often, and your opponent is not expected to top out whatsoever, Tugi definitely isn't. Just need to stop topping out at first. That's the first thing you always need to do. Top out, you just lose against such an opponent. Doesn't really matter even if it comes with scoring like 100k lower on average. It's gonna be still better than just topping out. Problem is, for Tim, that Tugi is outpacing him even when he's trying to play some kind of aggressive play and it works out. Currently Tugi is up by about 2 Tetrises. Out of nowhere again. Clean boards all the time for both players. But the lead is there, and this is not a Tetris setup for Tim. I'm pretty sure he was convinced that that was a Tetris setup that will be only a triple, which makes it far less efficient. Nice spin, this will help, but Tugi adds another Tetris to the advantage. Now it's about 3 Tetris advantage.
Oh, and so many Z's in a row for Tim. He was forced to build this tower. And keeps building this tower of Z's.
This is very bad for Tugi.
Oh, Tugi is about to top out? It looks like he is. Okay,
And
chase
Tim
down
as well.
score. Oh my god. Double top out? What happened?
Tim misdropped fatally. That's J. You can still see the misdrop on the board.
Oh my god. And it's 4-1 for Tugi. Out of nowhere, Tugi. Yeah, Tugi 4-1, guaranteed at least 1 point for this match, but aiming for all three of them.
And has 3 games. 3 chances to get the 3 points. It's 4-1. Tim, it's 4-1.
Best of 9 team, first to 5. One more game has to be won by Tugi. You have still chances. You have still chances if you win 4 games in a row. So it's not over, team. Yeah, just win 4 in a row now. Not a big deal.
Yeah, sounds easy. They are ready. Next game, potentially last game of the day, starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
We had situation in the Volpok Cup where Gunter was able to overcome 1-4 score in order to win 5-4 versus Rolchak. So yeah, those type of situation are possible. We haven't seen reverse sweep yet in a best of 9. This is still to happen, but yeah, those like 4-1 are just which can be count, and the Tugi's board is not looking great right now.
This time it was him kind of trying to do too much.
Oh, and what is Team doing? What is Team doing? Kim is topping out, and that's it. Team tops out at 76,000. Tugi, you are good. Tugi, you are safe, and you win the match 5-1. So you keep your chances for winning the division, and we will update you with the standings very shortly. But
This
right
is
now,
a very huge win for Tugi. Just beating Mörke guarantees him the win in the whole league.
no matter what the score is. Team, why do you want to withdraw? Don't do this, mate.
When is the City UK? Don't even know.
When is the City UK? In 3 weeks. So Adam, I think if this could somehow help Tim, maybe he can play his last match after City UK.
Yeah,
Still
this
will
should
be
be
in
possible.
This
Let's
still will
take
be.
a look at the match stats. Complete domination of Tugi. Average was nice, 170. Looks nice. But it was just one game. lost.
Yeah, and you can also show the league table. It is also ready.
Now Tugi up to the first spot with 10 points, then Jesper with 9 points, Erko with 6, me with 5, Tim with 3, and Sidney with 0.
Yeah, so Adam, for you the situation is pretty difficult. You need to win 2 matches with 6 points, and then you have 11, and then you have to hope that Tugi loses with 0 points to Merke. If you win those 2 matches, then Merke will have 9 points, Tugi 10, you 11, and also have to hope that Jesper loses to Team in last match. So for you, it's also kind of science fiction. It's a situation for winning the division after today's match. But yeah, theoretically you have still some chances. But top 3 still possible. Team's chances for top 3 are gone because he already lost to Merke, can score 3 more points, so could be equal with points with Merke, but direct encounter will be decisive. So yeah, that's tough for Team. He can't be in top 3 anymore, and yeah, it looks like Team probably will finish in 5th place this division.
Yes, the only chance is me getting 0 points and Tim getting 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we also can show the ELO rating list is also updated.
It will be updated here in just a few seconds. Need to wait just a few seconds. Here it is. Tugi is up toward number 3 at this point.
Mm-hmm. With 1675. Still, very long way to overtake Merke and Mark by only matches. Maybe some PB improvement will be good. But let's take a look on Tim's situation. He's around at 15-17 right now, world number 8. One match to go. One match to go also has Rurchak, but if Rurchak wins, then for Rurchak it won't matter the ELO rating. But Tim, it depends if Mark, Schnecke, Yanni decide to play, but they don't decide to play next season. Team might be able to join a division by rating. So Team can't afford to lose many points in this matter. He has to play Jesper in his remaining match. Yeah, so
we
looks,
still have G-Dutch sneaking from behind. G-Dutch is playing in tomorrow's Classic. Still has 1 match to play. And who knows, winning something there, winning his remaining match, maybe winning one other rating match, he can suddenly go very much into 1500 ratings. It's just 5 matches played.
And 1500 might be enough for the next season. It depends who registers for this league, but yeah, that's we'll see. The second season will be happening after CTWC Death, so it starts somewhere in the middle of September, so we have still plenty of time to do so. Yeah, you mentioned Lolpo Classic. There's one thing to be done today. The draw. There are only 5 players registered for this tournament, but yeah, we have to draw who has to play the 5th seed. So yeah, if you have prepared, maybe we go to the draw.
Yes, here it is. We have in the tomorrow's Classic. Let me maybe change the logo to the classic. This would be appropriate, I believe. Here it is. We have me seed 1, then G-Dutch seed 2, James seed 3, you seed 4, and Dewey seed 5. Now we will draw from the top to the bottom. Whoever gets Dewey, place him in the quarterfinals. The others go to the semifinals. So without further ado, let's shuffle the wheel and let's draw. Looks like I will not play Dewey.
No, you will not. That's true.
Hello, JDH.
Hello, JDH. Welcome.
Now let's see if PIW plays Dewey.
If I don't draw DV, then we have a guaranteed Polish player in the final.
But you did draw Dewey.
I did draw Dewey, so I'm playing Dewey in the first match of the tournament. And yeah, that's it. That's the draw for tomorrow. We will show you the whole bracket very soon. We've updated the updated bracket. So yeah, Adam, G-Dutch, and James are guaranteed in the semifinal, and I'm playing Dewey in the only quarterfinal match. The winner of our match will have a chance to play Adam. Yeah, so the tournament starts at 17 UTC. We will start with my match versus Dewey. Then I think it will be Adam versus our match winner, and then G-Dutch versus James. So yeah, this is how it looks, and we see us tomorrow at 17 UTC. Yeah, so big day for G-Dutch tomorrow. G-Dutch will be having a chance to increase his ELO and keep his chances of skipping Division 2 alive.
Who shall we rate? I see Eliva is playing Tetris. Let's rate her.
Is she playing the wrong version?
Yes, unfortunately that's the wrong version. Maybe already the Dust War Champs preparations?
Maybe.
Then it would be kind of acceptable.
Yeah, so let's rate Eliva. Let's see how she does. And yeah, let's hope that after CTWC does, she will be back to the proper version of Tetris. But to be honest, Adam, please let me finish. But to be honest, after this season is done, I also transition to NTS and will be playing this until CTWC does so.
All of us will do, I believe.
Probably, yes. Yeah, please say what you wanted to say.
You can, a quick reminder, you can join the Dolpo Cup 2024 already on the server. If you haven't done so yet, here have the link. Alright, that's it for today, I guess. We are ready to rate, and we'll do it. Thanks for watching, bye!
Bye!